Hey everyone, we're back with another episode of the What Are We Watching podcast. Carlin, why don't you tell everybody what we're watching?
We are watching DANTDM Creates a Big Scene.
DANTDM definitely created something. Stay tuned.
Yeah, Colin turns on the TV, Christian flips off the screen, cause there's no good children's shows that he's seen. We've got dogs with blogs, superheroes in the ER. All dads are dumb and kids have better PR. Colin just smile, Christian sits with the scowl. He complains to his son, all the kids shows suck now. They sit and discuss the show's plus and minuses while you listen or watch on YouTube to the arguments. Who is right? Is it the son or the dad? Either way you get to laugh knowing Christian is mad. So pull up a chair, get the corner poppin'. Here's a new episode of What Are We Watching?
Hey everybody, well thank you for joining us again for the What Are We Watching podcast. Now on season 5, can you believe we're on season 5, Carlin?
Wow.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. We have a very big announcement to make. This week we launched the After School Show. You'll notice that our set is a little bit different right now because we're filming the What Are We Watching podcast on the After School Show set. That's right, we've expanded it to encompass the awesome locker set that we have here for the After School Show, and you can check that out at After School Show on YouTube and Instagram. That's right, we're on the gram. Carlin runs our Instagram account, and he'll be snapping pics of the show, of behind the scenes, and you can tag us in your birthday shots, and we will even give you a birthday shout out on the After School Show. The After School Show premieres at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That way, hopefully, everybody across the great nation can check out the After School Show. Oh, and if you've got homework help you need, we can do that too. Plus, we have a big prize wheel called the Wheel of Weekends, where you can win prizes or we can help out some charitable causes. Okay,
Yes.
So what are we watching again, Carlin?
DANTDM Creates a Scene.
Now, who is DANTDM? Do you even know?
No, I'm not 100% sure who DANTDM is.
All right, here's the thing. DANTDM is a video game player on YouTube. He's a YouTuber that got famous playing video games, but
Yes.
mostly Minecraft. That's how people know him, from watching Minecraft. Now, I don't understand how you watch people play Minecraft. Do you enjoy that?
Well, I enjoy watching people play other games. I don't know if I would enjoy them specifically playing Minecraft.
Okay, now, I like to think I'm a hip guy. I like cool new things. I listen to new music. I'm not what they would call an old fuddy-duddy, okay? I can't watch you play Minecraft or that other game that we got you that's like Minecraft. It makes me want to stab myself in the eye with dull pencils, like the eraser side, until they're just bludgeoned. Like, it drives me nuts. I can't watch you play that game. And your mom is the same way. Actually, when you're playing that game and we're watching, we just put our hands over our mouth and we whisper about how we hate it. So it's a boring game to watch. I don't understand. Now, if they're showing you how to build stuff, I can appreciate that. You know, I can definitely appreciate that. But I do not know how people watch other people play Minecraft. But he got famous doing it.
Wow.
And now, you would think someone Carlin's age would know DANTDM, but he doesn't actually watch that many YouTube videos. Who are your YouTube video stars? Your
Rhett
heroes?
and Link.
Rhett and Link. Now that I can get behind. And because this show premiered on YouTube Red, you can watch the first episode for free on YouTube. They premiered on YouTube Red. Just like Rhett and Link's buddy system, I have to compare the two. Okay? I know they're completely different. Maybe they even have completely different audiences, although I think there's some overlap, but I need to compare it to Buddy System by saying it's just not Buddy System.
Yeah, it's not.
The production value is not as good. The storyline's nowhere near, correct?
It's terrible.
Okay, now, The What Are We Watching podcast is about me loving a show, or me hating on a show that Carlin loves. Neither one of us were big fans of this.
Honestly, this was just not good.
But I don't know, maybe we're not the target audience, but I think you are the target audience. You video game, you play Minecraft and those kind of games. You should love this, I think. But it was just, it missed, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into the show. As always, if you want to know which episode we watched, check out the show notes below, and we have links to the show. Again, we watched episode 1, which is free on YouTube, but I wanted to watch episode 2 as well, since they're only 15 minutes long, just to see if maybe that was the pilot show that I was just missing something, and they made it grow. Spoiler alert, they didn't. Okay, so it opens up how? How does the show open up?
Where he wants to meet his fans.
Yeah, he's just like vlogging on a camera.
Yes.
Even though obviously somebody's got the camera set up for him, it's perfectly lit. He's not vlogging, but okay.
Yes.
So he's vlogging about it, and it's kind of done in the interview style of the TV show The Office. So he's talking to people about wanting to meet his fans, and he wants to start his own live show, which I can get behind. We just started a live show as well.
Yes.
So then it's got animated characters in his dressing room.
Which was weird.
Go through who some of the animated characters are for anybody that hasn't seen the show.
Mr. Pig.
Right? Who was like a professor?
Yes.
Sure. Okay.
And then there was like this science dude, I forgot his name.
Who doesn't talk? A scientist
No,
who
he
goes,
just mumbles.
He grunts. It kind of feels like they I'm sorry, DANTDM. It looks like the character is an homage to, that's fancy stealing. It's an homage to the caveman character of Phil Hartman, God rest his beautiful soul, from Saturday Night Live. So that's who it seems. And then who were the other characters? There were two
pugs.
Two pug dogs.
Two pug dogs.
Which one? Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
And then in the second episode, there was a male boy, it looked like.
Yeah, he was in the first episode too, but they never showed him, except when they opened the door. He's a mailman, but he was a boy. I wrote down, what is the mailman guy supposed to be?
Yeah.
He never
it didn't
really
make sense.
did anything or said anything of note. Maybe in episode 3? I wasn't willing to get there, guys. I just wasn't willing to get there. Here's a question. Are the animated characters supposed to be real characters, or are they all in his head? I guess other people see them, right? The audience sees them.
The audience saw it.
In the show, they see it. But in reality, they didn't see it. They were all acting as if there was somebody on stage with him, because he definitely did not have anybody really on stage with him.
No,
it had
he
to
did not.
Added in post, because it was an animated character, right?
Yeah.
So DANTDM does a live show to record a show about doing a live show, and has the live audience fake that they're seeing animated characters to put into a show that's about the live show that they're seeing. That's nuts.
That's confusing.
It will make your brain explode if you try to figure out how he recorded this thing. So, I guess they're not part of his personality, they're him. But in part of the show, one of the scientist character created Evil DANTDM. Evil Dan.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, I wanted to know, what was he offering in the actual live show? Did they just hire some people to come in and pretend that they were watching this thing? Or does he actually do a live show? And then in the second episode, we saw for just a flash, just a split second, he was wearing the wig to make himself look like Evil Dan.
Yeah.
So I guess in the actual real world live show, he dresses up as Evil Dan and does things. So maybe they have somebody dressed up like a pig too?
Well, maybe there's actually a live show that he does, but then he makes a show about a live show.
Right, but I'm saying, do you think there's a person in a pig costume in the live show? I'd love to know if you've seen the DANTDM live show and seen him dress up as Evil Dan and all that. Let us know in the comments below. I want to know what happens at the actual real life, IRL, in real life live show. Because I saw that he puts on a wig and dresses up. I want to know, is there a fake pig guy there? I guess his friend Emma, she's there. Eve, sorry. She's there. But I want to know, like, do you just see the pugs on the screen? Do they have people? I'd love to know what happens in the real life show because I'm honestly confused about it. It's not buddy system for sure.
No.
The storyline is weak. Basically, the second episode was Eve quit the show because, not quit, but didn't want to do the show because people called her a nerd online. Then she met an old friend and went shopping for clothes, tried to be just like her, and then realized I'm a nerd.
Yes.
So she got mad at people for saying, hey, you're really into math, and she's really into math.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So I guess it was a show about bullying.
But it didn't, it seemed more like aimed at younger kids, that part, like don't call people mean stuff.
Yeah.
It didn't.
It felt like one of your little sister or little brother shows.
Yeah.
Of, hey, don't say mean things, Peppa. You know, like that's what it felt like. And maybe that's what they're going for. Like I said, we weren't into the show, so maybe we completely missed the mark. It might not be for us. We have to understand that. Now, last episode, we talked about Teletubbies being back just because they freak out Carlin, and I thought it'd be funny to make him watch Teletubbies. But that's not made for our age group, so we didn't expect it to be made for us. But this, I thought, was for Carlin's age group, so I'm confused.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have any more stuff that I need to say about the show because I think we pretty much covered it. What did you like about the show?
Well, man.
I know. It's a tough one. What were you into on the show? Was there something that you dug?
Like, I guess it was a little funny on the auditions, but some of the things didn't make sense or it wasn't funny.
When they were auditioning for Eve's part, the animated characters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the Evil Dan.
Yeah.
When he was auditioning.
But, I mean, that's about it, right?
Yeah.
I think if they just had a show where Evil Dan was created and then he tried to maybe take over DANTDM's show, but then that's the story of Buddy System. Where the girl takes their phone and tries to get... So maybe, I'm wrong there. I don't want them to copy another show, but maybe if they focused on him and Evil Dan, I think there might be a show there.
Yeah.
Or if it was a road trip show. But they filmed the show with the live show in the same dressing room each time, in the same, or at least it looked like it. So it didn't even look like anything changed. I don't know what they're going for. And none of this says gamer to me. I mean, I know he's trying to do a live show to meet his fans, but nothing about it said, hey, I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's one thing. He had to beat Evil Dan in a competition. And what was the game? Try to describe that game. Do you even remember it?
I don't remember it, but it was so stupid.
It was just like a sumo dog and another sumo dog, and he hit a controller and it just shoved him over the edge. He hit a controller and it shoved it over the edge. He hit a controller and it shoved him over the edge. So basically, if they just each held over to the left or right, then nothing would have ever happened. It's just, you think a show based on a guy that plays video games, they could have at least gotten the video game part right, and I feel like they got the video game part completely wrong.
I guess.
All right. Normally on our podcast, we pop up a board to talk about the adult characters and the kid characters and were the adults idiots and did they make out the mom and dad to be dumb. But there were really no characters on the show, even though he was creating a scene with these animated characters. So we're not even going to pop the What Are We Watching question board up because I don't think it's relevant, do you? It's just not relevant. No. All right. Scale of 1 to 10. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. How do you rate DANTDM creates a scene? Makes a scene? Or?
I would rate it a 2.
A 2. All right. Now, in keeping with my former ratings, I'm going to go with negative 50,000. Because I can't sit through another episode of it. And I think the DANTDM guy is great. And we all love a good English accent. And I like him. He's got energy. He wants to see his fans. I think those are all cool things that I would like to see more of. But there's no story in this thing.
Yeah.
It was a very, very weak story. It felt like the story from a Peppa Pig cartoon. and they already have that with an
And I
English
would
accent.
like things to make more sense, like why there were cartoon characters in it.
Yeah, like did they pop out of his mind? Are there other cartoon characters in the world? Like explain the world to me where it works, because otherwise the only cartoon characters are in Dan's show, and that would freak me out if I was an audience member.
Yeah.
So let's say I showed up and saw a dancing cartoon pig with a professor hat on or whatever he was wearing. You know, like what's going on? I don't get it. It seems like they took a Wiggle show and animated it. And you know how I feel about the Wiggles. All right. Thanks for watching this episode of the What Are We Watching podcast. Let us know if we're completely wrong and you love the show. If you love the show, you tell us why. If you think that our opinions are garbage, you tell us that. I don't mind. My opinions are garbage about a lot of things. All right. Make sure you check out the After School Show. Here's the easiest way to get to it on YouTube is just to go to afterschoolshow.net and it will dump you right on the YouTube page. And on Instagram, we are at After School Show. And we are also on Facebook, After School Show. And hopefully we will be live streaming there simultaneously soon. All right, anything else to add, Carlin?
Well, thank you for watching.
That's pretty good. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Hey, if you want to watch another cool video, click here. If you want to learn how to make a really cool, awesome Halloween costume, click here. Come on, click.